Well, hello. It was nice of me to drop in. What it do? How is it going? It's going great. And it's always great when I got guys like you. Is what a German Shepherd. Man, y'all ought to stop that when I go live, start asking me all these crazy questions now. Y'all got to stop that. You know what a German Shepherd is. You can go right on Google and hit Google. But you ask me what a German Shepherd is. I'm going to go on Google and look and see if it's a German Shepherd. They come back and tell you it's a German Shepherd or not. Let's relax a little bit. I don't have my glasses, so I really, it's really hard for me to converse with y'all. You know, I know y'all responded. I can see from 2.5 feet away, and it's very hard. It hurts my head, you know. I'm not making that up. I'm not joking. I know I joke a lot, but I really cannot see the screen very well. I can see something, press a canario, hello, welcome. But let's get to it. There's about 13 of y'all on here. Man, when my channel gonna get where I got 15 million of y'all on here at one time? I need a army of Vanguardians. I need a soldier crew of Vanguardians listening to the master. You know, I probably talked about this topic once before. It's about, because I had I promise you, about 17 people actually email me / call me / text me / ask me on videos is, you know, this is their wording now. Is my dog too old to be trained at 2 years old? My dog is a year old. Can my dog still learn? My dog is 8 months old. Is it too late to teach him how to train? You see those questions? Now let's listen to me, because I don't want you to ask me these same questions and then, you know, while I'm trying to explain it to you, because I'm going to give you the educational understanding behind my theory and about dogs and training. And what the master does for each one of you guys is just bring you back down to common sense. Because my dog training program is the common sense approach. It's nothing technical about it. You know, it's not one of those hard to understand methods. It's just that in the midst of you guys getting older and having a lot of things going on in life, we begin to forget the common sense approach to things, and we begin to read a lot of information that's going on out here in the world, and all these people telling us all these things. We become unsure of ourselves. And as a Vanguardian, you guys are going to be very sharp, and you're going, because we sharing information with each other. And when you ask, is my dog too old to be trained? Have you actually got out here and tried to train the dog before you ask that? What makes you think the dog cannot be trained at 2 years old or 8 months old or 7 months old? Why can't a dog be trained when he's 8 months old? That's what I ask you. Why can't he be trained at 8 months old? Why can't he be trained at 10 months old? I can't see, guys. I have my glasses on. You guys asking me questions. I told you I can't not see. I'm partially blind. I cannot see. I can see a little bit. Hola, hola. So let's talk about working dogs. A working dog, if you have a working dog, that's a dog that comes from genetics. And we're talking about genetics. And so I'm just saying, this is common sense now. Look, this is common sense. Watch it now. This is going to be easy to see. This is common sense. This is common sense. I'm showing you guys common sense. Look at this. Can y'all see that? That's a family tree. If your dog is here, I'll put a big old X. If your dog, I don't know why that's not showing. Maybe it's the light flaring off it. If I drew a pedigree, a family tree. If your dog is here, it's a working dog. And this is the sire. Look at this. Look at these sires. Look at these dams. Look at this. Look at all these X and O's. If your dog is here and your sire and your mother, this is a working dog, and her sire and dam were working dogs, and this dog's sire and dam working the sire, your dog comes from this kind of genetics. That means your dog is bred to do this. So it doesn't matter how old your dog is, because it comes from dogs that have successfully completed programs. Rather it was sports, rather it was just for fun, or rather it was in some type of defense program in militaries, or rather it was in law enforcement, some type of entity. You have a pedigree that shows you the genetic of this dog when these dogs were put together to create this dog or these dogs from this litter. How can this dog not be a dog of greatness like the rest of the dogs in this litter? That means you're not training the dog. You have to come up with methods, because a puppy has a clean slate. It's nothing in here. I'm talking about the brain. It's clean. It's a clean piece of paper. I haven't written all on this paper. That's what a newborn is. A newborn is a clean slate. You are a Buddhist, or you are a Christian, or you are a Baptist, a Methodist of some type. You're in some type of religious institution, becoming a part of that denomination, and you cleaned yourself whole to become holy, or whatever it is that they describe your newness from what you used to be. So that's what a puppy is, a clean slate that you can now take and program, like you program in a computer, the fundamentals through methods to become this great software that you can utilize as a tool. What I just said was a puppy from a working line. If you get a puppy, you just have a dog with a mental clean slate. Now you can program it. If it's an adult dog, it still has the DNA makeup in its genetics of dogs that has done the work. So all you have to do is find a way to get this dog, him or her, to exhibit such desired behaviors, because it doesn't have necessarily has a clean slate, but it has had some programming. And you have to deprogram / reprogram. You see, deprogram if it's not right, / reprogram because maybe the program wasn't the program you was using. Deprogram, reprogram a dog that comes from such genetics. It doesn't matter what age the dog is. That's why I keep saying that a dog is perceptive to learning at any age. Watch it. Creatures of the universal God. My ethnicity is African. Yours may be African. Yours may be or could be Caucasian or Asian, or of some sort. But when you look at it, each one of us can learn. We can learn different things. We can learn different languages. Some of you guys are from Dominican Republic, or some of you guys are from Asia. Some of you guys are from Holland, and you're in America, and you adapt to the language, the new language in America, because they speak English predominantly here. So the dogs are just like us. They're creatures, because we're perceptive to learning at any age, and we can come here at 14 or 21 and learn a new language. We can turn 28 and learn a new job. The job at Walmart says we got a program that we're using to cash out sales. Or this guy here, Joan, could be on here and say he want to give us a job at a shipping dock, and we got to learn to read papers and what these codes mean in order to know what stock we have. And we have to take this stock and put it together to go on this shipment here, that shipment here. Those are buses, those are cruise liners, those are trucks, and those right there are trains. So we learn that through repetition as we repetitionally train our dogs. Now, what if my dog don't come from? Because I know that question's coming up. You're always going to have somebody that wants to say, well, Grandmaster, my dog may not come from those kind of genetics. Comes from Showline. You solely just talked about the greatness of dogs from genetics that has done the work. Or you might say, my dog came from out of the pound. I have no idea. It's not Showline or working. I don't know. I don't even know who he is. He's a soup hound, Heinz 57. Come from straight out of the fields of Alabama. Maybe you caught him, tucked him up on your shirt, got past customs, brought him in through Mexico. No problem. Every dog, watch it, every dog can be trained. But we can only train him, because I have to go back to my format, because this is my theory. We can only train him to his full genetic potential. Did everybody call that? So, wait, because we don't know what you can't. Somebody I can barely see, but it looked like somebody put MUTT. Let me. You said mutt. You can't say that. Now let me tell you why you're wrong when you call somebody dog a mutt. Now let me tell you 3 things. I'm gonna tell you 2 things. I'm gonna say 3 things. I'm gonna say 2 things has nothing to do with training. It's just a self-preference learning. And then I'm gonna tell you something that you have to think about before you call somebody dog a mutt. Now I've had a lot of mutts, and they call my dogs mutts. So sensitively, I've had mixed dogs. I couldn't afford purebred dogs, and my dogs were called mutts. But I learned how to train dogs. The stuff that I'm sharing with you guys is because all I had was mutts. It looked like a Rottweiler. I call it a Rottweiler. It looked like a dog. My daddy bought me that dog. I was 12, 11, 7. I learned the format of training dogs with mutts, dogs that didn't have the good genetics. dogs that I wanted to be something great and told you it was this great, and I trained it because it was not that, and so that you wouldn't look at it and call it a mutt. I trained it to do certain things, but I could only train it to its full potential because it did not have the format synchronating of good dogs. And every dog, rather it's a Doberman, rather it's a French Bulldog, or your new bullies, or your pocket bully, your micro bully, your Cane Corsos, Presa Canaries, your Mastiff type breeds, your herding dogs, very different dogs and variables of those dogs. Every last one of those dogs are mutts. Somebody say something. Who, you don't agree? Because you took other dogs from other genetics, you put them together like Louis Doberman did, and you called it a Doberman. You cut his ears so they can stand up, because the dogs you use, ears didn't stand up. You taking dogs from what they call them? American Bulldogs, then you call in the Carolina Bulldogs, and then American Pit Bull Terriers, which are game bred dogs bred by John P. Colby, Irish game fighting dogs with a little bit of Bull Terrier in them, and Terriers, and you're calling them game bred Pit Bulls, and you don't want Staffordshire Terrier in them, but they are mutts. They're not a full-bred Bull Terrier. It's not a Terrier. But you call it an American Pit Bull Terrier. You get with an association called the American Dog Breeders Association, a breeder association, some guys like me who says he's authentic, when you guys online telling me I don't know what a pit bull is, and that's not American Pit Bull Terrier, but that was a red boy yellow John dog, and you don't know me and don't know what I'm talking about. But you guys are so, some of you guys are so much these experts that you can tell another man what his dog is. But every dog is a mutt. Your designer dogs are mutts. Shih Tzu, Yorkie Poo, Labradoodle, Labrador Poodle, every last one of them, you're getting some association to stamp. Because all you guys are great enthusiasts and into the breed, and you guys want to authenticate a mutt. And so you authenticate it by giving it these papers that is worth nothing if it don't do nothing. It ain't worth nothing if it can't save your life or anything. So that's what a working dog means something to working people, because it mimics the dogs in such good genetics. And that's why dog training, I say that dogs can only be trained to its full genetic potential. And what is that? And that is the only importance of having a pedigree, is knowing his full genetic potential when you take on the job to train the dog. Every dog can be trained. Some dogs have issues where people have abused it, has not properly exposed it, socialized it to different terrains and things and places in the world that it can't perform out the house or out the yard or in front of crowds. You know, some dogs have genetic more aggression. It's a great dog for police, can go out there and bite, be a good yard dog or sensory dog at the junkyard, but we definitely can't take him into the park and walk him on the beach and let him loose at the Frisbee game, you know, or at the church and do all this going to the hospital and being great therapy dogs. But every animal has its place. Every dog has its place. It is not necessary always the genetics, you know, or the breed, but it's more or less that puppy who he is at heart, because you are different from me and I am different from John, and John is different from my friend up here, the queen of Queen of Hearts and John and Augustine and Edward Day and all of you guys, each one of us are different. Each one of us look different. We got marks, birthmarks, different color hairstyles. The dogs are such the same. And a good dog is the only way you find him. If you just stumbled upon our channel, we are the Vanguardians. Welcome to our clique. Welcome to our association. Click subscribe now. Share these videos with others like us around the world that are seeking the informational source and understanding to common sense approach training methods to make your good dog even greater. If you're looking for working puppies, visit the website at www.vanguardk9.com. I am Grandmaster Muff, the world's greatest puppy imprinter with some of the world's greatest working friends. You can call yourself a Vanguardian. You're part of those world's greatest working friends. Hey, we're going to keep doing this, and we're growing every day. We're growing every day because the guys like you that are sharing these videos, guys like you are going out there saying, hey, there's a guy on here, he doesn't have a great facility, he's not this and that, but he keeps the common sense approach. And his methods, they do work. If you try them, if you listen to me, if you follow me, don't try something else. Try the method. It works. And eventually, you begin to read dogs, add your little twist to it. Because that's what Vanguardian is about. We all don't know everything. We learn from each other. Well, until the next time, arrivederci and